2 million pounds of beef may be contaminated with E. coli. This is a nationwide warning that has gone out. There is no recall. The USDA is not ordering a recall, nor the FDA. Why? Because this beef is no longer on the shelves. It is maybe in your freezer, however. So you may need to pay attention to this one to see if your beef is impacted. We'll get you the information you need. An insider in Idaho, truck driver, now being told that farmers may actually let the potatoes rot in the fields because it's going to be too expensive to pull them out of the ground, and farmers are just broke. This is a big update you need here on that one too. Also, we're hearing that Ireland is rationing bottled water. That's kind of weird because it rains a lot there in Ireland, isn't it? These are your updates, your reports coming in from around the world. Please do keep them coming in. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade, and this is your channel where you guys are populating the information with what you're hearing at your workplaces and what you're seeing at the store shelves. Please do keep the reports coming in. Just reply back to any one of these videos in a comment form and use the word update somewhere in there, and that gets it to the right place. Thank you so much. Before we dive in, we do want to thank Genesis Gold Group for sponsoring this video. They do a fantastic job, friends. I can't underscore enough how many of you have actually talked with them, and of those, some of those folks have gone to work with them and to get their retirement accounts more secure into gold, silver, and platinum. And you guys can't help but keep singing the praises of these folks. They're just, they're good, down-to-earth folks. They don't pressure people, but they educate people on all the things that, that you should take into account when it comes to your retirement accounts. So if you want to have a conversation with them or you want to get some more information from them, documentation, paperwork, whatever, there'll be a link at the end of the video for you to get that. All right, so there's a major health alert out there, a nationwide health alert issued for Greater Omaha Packing Co. Now, this is a big deal. They have, one day has been pointed out as potentially contaminated with E. coli. It is a use/freeze-by date, use/freeze-by date of April 22nd. Of course, we've already passed that. With my pencil math on the back of an envelope, we're basically looking at 2 million pounds of beef. They process 2,400 head of cattle per day, and at about 840 pounds of meat coming off of your standard cow. You're basically looking at 2 million pounds per day. That's what is impacted here. Now, contaminated with E. coli, which means cook your food, cook your beef. So make sure that if you've purchased from stores that receive Greater Omaha Packing Co., make sure that that beef is either fully cooked or you go and get a return to the store for a refund. The USDA is advising people not to eat it. Of course, with E. coli, if you cook it, you'll be fine. David says, I drive a truck in Lewiston, Idaho. I asked my employer if we were going to work the harvest, potato, of course. I was told the farmers may leave it in the field because they are broke. Adams, Washington state potato contracts are down at least 30%. So potato prices down, which is odd because we've been having potato shortages. At our store shelves, we've been seeing potato flakes. Dehydrated potatoes are up significantly price-wise, and yet we're seeing farmers are getting less and less for those potatoes. This is somewhere in the middle. The processing facilities, the middlemen are scalping both sides apparently, and this is going to cause a much greater potato shortage. We've seen some issues in the past year with that. Expect those potato problems to get a lot worse if a lot of the harvest is allowed to rot in the ground. Kim says, we got a notice about our electric going up. Was at Walmart yesterday, and there were empty spots on the shelves. A lot of people seeing their electric prices going up. Me, probably you. Make sure you're reading those bills. Get your electric bill out. If you have it automatically being paid, like I do, make sure that you're looking at the bill. Make sure you're looking at your usage. Does it make sense? And maybe you need to fix some things or change some behaviors or whatever, or get some of your family members to change their behaviors, right? Stop leaving lights on, right? Anyway, just be watching your bills, because those rates are changing pretty dramatically. Sometimes they send you a warning. Sometimes they just change the price on you. And you need to be aware of what's going on. Otherwise, you get some really nasty surprises at the end of the month or at the end of a couple months, like, where'd all the money go? Wait a minute, my electric bill was how much? And we're seeing that with gas bills, just all utilities out there. Basement Brass says chuck roast at Walmart was $18 before, now $28. It's ridiculous. Tried to buy a 12-pack of sodas and they were completely out. Because why wouldn't they be out of sugar water? Did they run out of chemicals? I don't know. Milk hard to get. We had to buy liter bottles of Diet Coke, and they have tripled in price. Yeah, remember when you were able to get like a 2-liter bottle of soda for like 75 cents? Yeah, them were the days. Then you had to start paying $1 for them, and then now it's like you're trying to get like under $2 for a bottle of soda, a 2-liter bottle of soda. It's crazy. Prices are going through the roof. I mean, did water get more expensive? Did the corn syrup get more expensive? Did the chemicals get more expensive? Like, what is up with that? Blondie says, Northwest, I'm going to go back to that once more. Just, are truck drivers getting paid twice as much as they were a couple years ago? We'll just put that one out there too, because a lot of the soda costs are shipping, right? So are truck drivers making twice as much money? No, they're not. And yet, okay. Blondie says, Northwest Connecticut, red potatoes are no longer red in most of the bigger grocery stores. What are they doing to them? 2 weeks in a row. Red potatoes that aren't red. Yes, friends, that is where we are right now. Welcome to genetically modified, all sorts of hybridized, and just chemicals being used all over the place. You can't trust anything anymore. And where do you even research that? Like, do you ask the minimum wage worker there, hey, what's up with these potatoes? They're going to be like, I don't know. I just put stuff where I'm told, right? I mean, your average run-of-the-mill grocery worker isn't going to have a clue about that. In fact, the manager of the store probably won't have a clue about that too. They just get the stuff in and they just put it out, right? I mean, you'd have to talk to the supplier, and even then, who knows? We're so disconnected from our food, you can't ask questions. You go to a farmer's market where you're talking to the farmer, you can ask those questions, and they'll actually maybe know the answer to that. But we're so disconnected from our food. We're so disconnected from our power supply. We're so disconnected from so many things that we don't even know what could go wrong. Knox says, I had a wire transfer coming into my bank account, and they have held it for 10 days. It was a cash wire transfer, weirdest thing ever. I know, some people are like, well, that's because of reasons and blah, 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 blah. Can authorities not see where it's coming from? The other person on the other side of the wire, they can't access that money. It's gone. And yet, it's not in your account yet either. Like, you'd be better taking it out in cash, putting it into a FedEx envelope, and FedExing it to the other individual. This is getting ridiculous. That you can't move money. If you can't move money, is it your money? That's a philosophical question, but it's a legitimate one, isn't it? If you can't access your money, is it yours? If you can't move it, is it yours? If you can't withdraw it, is it yours? And the answer is they changed the rules and everything like that. And when you have deposits at the bank, they're not called deposits anymore. Legally, they are investments. You have, you've loaned the money to the bank. It's not your money anymore. They can contractually return it to you under their terms and return portions of it to you at their terms. Like they can say, you can't withdraw more than $2,000 a day unless you give us, 7 days warning. They can do that. And you're like, but it's my money. And they're like, no, it's not. Legally, it's not. Welcome to America. The fine print is changing the very nature of our society. And if you're not aware of what's going on, friends, one day you're going to have a very rude surprise because the things you think are not actually so. Banks are not your money. So good luck with that if you want to go and try pulling it all out. It's funny money, and it's allowed to be used for whatever they approve of. That's why they ask you why you want money, right? You take cash out, and they're like, what's this for? And you're like, none of your business. And they're like, actually, it is our business. Full of Hope says, I was only allowed 5 liters of bottled water. This is in Ireland. It's not like we don't get rain here in Ireland. What's going on? Oh, and yogurt was half empty as well. It's not like they don't have cattle in Ireland as well. Joey says, Durango, Colorado. The canned dog food I have used for over a year, Dave's Stewalicious Meaty Beef Stew. That actually sounds kind of tasty, except the fact that it said dog food. Has always been great. In the last case, I opened up a can and it was 1/3 liquid, not stew. I thought it was a fluke. Nope. Several cans in the same case of 12 were in the same condition. Felt cheated. So did my dog. Either you laugh or you cry, folks. Let's keep it light, shall we? Because life's too short to turn into a fearful grouch. Paul says, Cincinnati, Ohio. I am on east side of Cincinnati. There is a township that is a 13-minute drive from my house. Their gas is, for some reason, 25 cents cheaper than the gas station that's a mile from my house. So I went out there to get some gas, and first time I noticed a new sticker on their gas pump stating, due to local restrictions, they can only let you buy 25 gallons of gasoline if you're putting it in gas cans. That doesn't sound good for anybody that's like me, a gas-powered backup generator. Thanks for the updates. Stay safe, everyone. Take care and God bless. And we got an interesting recommendation up here on the final note here, but this is the next to the last one. But M says, a family member who lives in rural Oregon just renewed her P.O. box that she had for many years, and it was now $216 for a little box. Some areas have to have P.O. boxes, and the USPS is going to take advantage of these people. Truth. All right. This is an interesting one. I want you just to take this and just put it in your brain. You're going to go, this doesn't apply to me, but then as you see towards the end, it is going to apply. Hey, y'all. Says, the baby formula shortage never did return to normal. I'm happy most of my kids are grown. I have felt so sorry for the people that have been needing baby formula. There's been more formula on the shelves, but it's still not back to pre-cough levels. If something happens to the milk supply, there goes the formula. Even if you don't have a baby, you should keep baby stuff in your preps. That way, if you know someone in a time of disaster that needs it, you can have some formula to give them. And of course, don't hoard the formula because that would create the problem that we're trying to solve. But just think through, just because you may not need certain things doesn't mean you won't really want to help somebody who needs these things, right? So think that through. Who knows? Maybe throw some cloth diapers, washable diapers, reusable diapers. Even if you don't have any babies or anything like that, right? And don't plan to have any babies, but maybe that can really help someone else out. You might not want to pack the disposable diapers, but you know, cloth diapers. Some of us grew up in those, and you know, maybe baby formula might be something you might want to put back as well. I'm not sure the shelf life on those things or whatever, but it's something I might want to look into as well. All right, friends, hopefully that helps. If you want to get some more information from Genesis Gold, there's a link right there. Just fill out the form and they'll get information to you and reach out to you. If you want to check out a new video from this channel, there's one right up here. I'll see you over there, or I'll see you guys later. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report out.